Hello, so welcome to my channel, Dark Night Camping. I'm Dave, and this is basically an introduction video to the stealth camp that I did last night. It was an unplanned stealth camp. I've been wanting to go out for quite a few weeks now and doing a stealth camp. I've been getting all my equipment, all the gear together, ready to do this sort of thing. And last night was a brief test of that equipment. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to entitle this video The Successful Failure, because half the equipment that I took with me wasn't up to scratch. The sleeping bag that I had, the tent I took with me, they were really meant for summer camping, and it got really cold last night. It went down to about -5 last night where I was camping, and the equipment really wasn't up to the challenge. It really wasn't. I even took my stove out to try and test my stove, and I never used it. I just got up, packed up, and just went straight away because it was just too cold. I needed to get home and warm up a little bit. So, without further ado, enjoy the stealth video. Everybody, welcome to Dark Night Camping. This is my first stealth camping video. I'll be really careful around here because I'm walking through a notorious drug area at night, and somebody like me with all my equipment, my backpack, everything is like Christmas to these people. And in this day and age of mobile phones, it's quite easy to set up a mug-in. Somebody spots me, they set up a few people around the corner, and before you know it, I'm up shit creek. So at the minute it's eyes up my arse, eyes everywhere at the minute. Bit of paranoia. So yeah, welcome to the channel. Right, so I did get followed. I think I spooked their attention a little bit when I walked past them. There was a few of them on the corner, and I didn't want to actually record or anything as I was walking past, because that might make them think I was police or something, just walking past and trying to record them, catch them, get some intelligence on them. So I stopped recording, and they just lost interest in me. At least I think they have. So I've just stopped here for a little bit, see if anybody's following me, see if anybody walks past me or any pays attention, and then I'll carry on walking to my location for the stealth camp for the night. So this is probably going to be the last bit of proper light before I enter the woods, which is over there. So wish me luck. Next stop is going to be the campsite. I can't tell if this thing's recording or not. So, morning. Didn't really speak much last night. I got up to the place where I was camping, and it was hard. I thought I'd be a little bit different and try and do a stealth camp in the dark, starting off in the dark, and it's riddled with problems. Even when you know where you're going, it's a different story at night. I mean, that's my campsite there, as you can see. That's where I spent the night. Down here, that's my little setup. I mean, this was mainly just a test of the equipment and to see how the tent was. I'm going to have to seriously get a bigger tent. It's okay for an emergency or something like that. It's the OEX, I don't know how you pronounce that. How do you pronounce that? I don't know. Well, that's what it is. It's very limited. You can't move around in it. It's not very comfortable. I thought I'd actually save a bit of weight and not bring a mat to sleep on. That was a big mistake. I thought the ground would be spongy enough around here to keep me warm. I was very cold. I got very little sleep last night. Like I said, this was like a trial and error sort of thing. What I actually did last night, testing equipment, seeing what worked, seeing what didn't work. A lot of it didn't work. So yeah, this is just trial and error. This is just my first video for this channel. It's just basically introducing me to you. I'm Dave, by the way, and
we're going to go on some adventures together, and this is the first one. And this is where I stopped last night. As you can see, it was extremely cold last night. There's a frost on the ground. It's about, I think it's about -3 at the minute. About -3. So very cold. There's a frost on the ground, as you can see. Very widespread ground frost last night. And the moon. So I can zoom in on the moon for you. There's the moon. Full moon last night, so it was actually a blood red hunter's moon last night. As you can see, the road's just over there, and there's a farm in the distance there. Picking that up. There's a farm over there. Yeah, but this was a stealth camp. This was a stealth camp because you're not really supposed to. Well, that's got to zoom right in that, hasn't it? You're going to right zoom in my nose. Right. That's better. I'm getting used to the camera, by the way. This is a brand new camera, so bear with me. Everything's brand new. Everything's trial and error at the minute. But yeah, I'll tell you something though. This tactical hoodie was a godsend. I was a bit dubious about the whole tactical hoodie thing, but it's a bit of a gimmick. But this kept me really warm. My top half really warm last night. Brilliant. So yeah, that's me. I'm Dave. Pleased to meet you. And hopefully we're going to go on a few more adventures. Bit of a short and sweet video, but there you go. It was just testing out the equipment. This wasn't a real, full on let's go out camping sort of thing. It was like, let's just go and see. It's pretty off the cuff. I just did it on the spur of the moment, to be honest with you. I've been wanting to go out for a couple of weeks, but the weather just hasn't been there, if you know what I mean. We had a really bad windstorm a few weeks back, and it brought quite a few trees down, and there was no way in hell I was going out camping in the woods knowing that there was trees knocking about that could fall on me, especially in that sort of weather. But it's all calmed down. I walked through last night and it was a nightmare because obviously all the paths in the wood have changed now because the trees have fallen down, and it was navigating the trees. I couldn't hold the camera and navigate through the trees at the same time, so I didn't get that on camera, but safety first, eh? But yeah, the sleeping bag that I used is going to be alright for... I've looked inside the tent actually. See, it's okay, I suppose. But the sleeping bag, that's... yeah, that needs changing too because that wasn't warm at all. And a slightly bigger tent, I think I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to carry that, but yeah. Bit of bonus footage. Me walking out. Show you a bit of the woods that I was walking through last night. Going out the opposite way this time though. This is the path I should have taken, but I came in down that way, down there. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous little wood. Perfect place for testing your equipment and stuff undisturbed. Not a lot of people come through this way. It looks like a pretty well established path, but not a lot of people actually come through here this time of year. Main threat in these woods and those woods over there are dog walkers. They're the biggest threat. Turn the camera again. They're the biggest threat, and it is patrolled by game wardens. I suppose in other countries they'd be called park rangers, but it is patrolled by park rangers. So that's why it was a bit of a stealth camp, because there was an element of me being found and caught last night. I've just heard a few guns going off in the distance, so I think people are actually game shooting over in the distance over there. So that's why I've decided to make a quick exit, because if they don't know I'm here, then I'm a target and they could hit me, which would be it would ruin the day pretty well, that wouldn't it? So follow the path down here. Just taking the view. It's very, very quiet. Sun comes through the trees over there, look. You can see where the trees have come down, and that's where I came through last night. The path is just over there, and I had to jump across a little stream last night just to get to the campsite, which I really didn't need to do, because obviously there's an established path on this side which I didn't know about really. So we're having a bit of an explore, see where this one goes. It's like there's little streams like this running all the way through the wood, and in the dark you can't always see them, which is what happened to me last night. Luckily I've got quick reflexes and I was able to dodge getting extremely wet. Interesting. No, that's alright, I thought I was going to be slipping there. First blooper of the channel. But I get used to using these cameras because I'm used to using a camera phone, and I keep forgetting to flip the little digital screen over. Yeah, I'm definitely not going through that. Yeah, it's a bit shit. We'll go up this way, up here. Sorry it's a bit shaky cam, like I said, this is the first video on the channel, it's trial and error at the minute. Now I'm going to figure out a way of getting around that. So that is extremely boggy. Right, it's like we're going through here. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. It's extremely wet up here, I don't know what's actually happened. Right, this is where I end it, because otherwise you're going to see me go arse over tit in some really boggy terrain. So I need my full concentration for this one. So this is, once again, this is Dark Night Camping, Dave, pleased to meet you all. Hope you subscribe and, you know, watch this video. Thank you, bye.